Hey guys, I hope all of you are doing well. Sorry this video is coming to you a little late. I've been struggling this week just to stay on top of stuff. We are actually getting ready to move, so you can see all of our stuff is in boxes this week. We've just been packing, so I've been struggling to stay on top of work and homework and stuff like that. So yeah, just keep me in your prayers this week. I would appreciate that. Um, but as far as the Lord's Supper in our church traditions, um, I know for about 4 years I attended an Anglican church, and the Lord's Supper held like a very special place. Um, Kind of the whole service revolved around it, and it was a very special time. It was kind of the pinnacle of the whole worship service. Everything was kind of built around doing the Lord's Supper. Um, and it was a very powerful time where we really got to celebrate the fact that it was through the body of Christ that was broken for us, the blood of Christ that was shed for us, that we are able to be free, that we're able to have our salvation. And everything in the worship service kind of flowed out of the communion table. And it was really just a beautiful, significant picture, of what communion is supposed to be. Um, in the church that I'm a part of now, the Lord's Supper is viewed a little differently. Instead of doing it every week, like at the Anglican church, it's once a month, and it almost feels a little bit like an afterthought. You kind of get the impression that we do it because we're commanded to do it, but there's a very clear understanding or a clear teaching in this church that there's nothing special about it. There's no magic properties. It's just symbolic. That and baptism, they make it very clear that there's nothing necessarily special about those elements of the worship service. They're really done simply to symbolize a change that's already happened to you, and it kind of strips it of its power a little bit. So I do kind of struggle with that, to be honest. As far as mercy and advocacy, um, again, the church I'm a part of really wrestles with that. It's in a very affluent area of our city, and there's not much direct need in our surrounding community that we're able to participate in, and that's kind of formed that particular church culture. So I guess my question for the VF group members would be, how do I get my church to participate in mercy and advocacy when the people in the direct community around our church don't necessarily need mercy and advocacy? How far out do we look to do those things?